Hey, how's it going? Odell Outdoors. When she gets done taking a drink, I'm going to show you how to filter and sanitize that water to make it drinkable. Stick around. Alright, one of the wonderful things I like about Michigan is that there's water pretty much everywhere. I mean, you probably can't walk an hour, 2 hours at the most without finding some water of some kind. May not be the greatest water, may not be a flowing river and creek or something like that, maybe standing water, but at least you're going to find some water. Unlike in the desert, where I'm going to be going in February to learn some desert survival techniques from a buddy of mine, Justin Lunt. But right here, I've got some water. It's in this fallen tree, and it's got ice in it down in there, about that deep of water, and then there's ice underneath it. So I don't have much to play with, but I've got enough. So I'm going to show you the difference between sanitizing and filtering water. And then we're going to walk right through the process here. Okay, filtering water is where you get rid of debris, stuff like that. You're still going to have germs and bacteria in there. You're not getting rid of that by filtering. You're just simply getting rid of the big stuff. You can use anything like this smog or a t-shirt. If it was a survival situation and you had to use your underwear, use your underwear. So I'm going to take this and kind of make a little bit of a funnel down in here with this. Then I'm going to use the cup, if I can get it down in here, and get some water. Now it's pretty brackish, kind of dark looking from whatever's in the tree. And right there, it's filtering it. The water's taking a little bit of time to get through that material because it's filtering out all that nasty stuff that's in there. So you just got to be patient. I'll keep doing this. We'll come back. I'll show you where we go from here. Okay, I got about 3/4 of a container here, bottle full. That's good enough for what we're talking about today. So I'm going to get a fire started, and then we're going to show you how to sanitize this. Okay, so we're going to get the fire lay set up here, and we're going to get started on this. I'm probably going to go with the Pathfinder School fire lay method that they teach in their course, just because I have the Pathfinder bottle, and I don't really have a good, I don't like the snap on that. I don't have a very good method of boiling this today. I wasn't really planning to do this. I just came across this hole in the log back here, and I thought, what the heck? So I'm going to do this just because really that's my options right now. Now I'll put that in here, and I'll probably pull it back in a minute. Some of this grass feels a little bit damp. I also have some milkweed pods. Okay. Now, Kindle bundle doesn't have to be an absolute beautiful looking thing, you know. I've just busted them up. We're gonna see if we can get that rocking out. And I have a lighter and a ferro rod here that I could use if I wanted to, but I'm gonna try to go old school. Use a flint and steel. Keep everything over there on the smog, on the dry part of the smog. That way I know where it is later. What are you getting into back there? Okay, we got a spark. Got an ember going on. Now, when I put it in my tinder bundle, I like to put it in so the ember part is down. So it has to end up climbing up that rest of that char cloth. Now I want to be a little bit careful with this because that milkweed pod, sometimes that stuff can go up like gas. It's pretty volatile, and I don't want to be blowing right there and have it go up and melt my beard off. Now when you start getting smoke, you can blow a little bit harder. And then just like the chimney on your house, try to blow that smoke straight up. Get that smoke out of there so it can breathe oxygen. Like I said, some of this grass is a little bit damp. Yep, it's fighting me. But looks like we won. Oh. You're gonna get ashes in those in their water bottle. Don't worry about it. Just rock with it. Drink it. Because those ashes have gone through the fire process, and so they're gonna be sanitized. Now remember, the difference between filtering water and sanitizing it, purifying it, is that with filtering, you're just trying to get out debris. You're trying to get rid of leaves, dirt, twigs, worm guts, whatever. And with sanitizing that water, this heat is going to kill off any germs, bacteria, protozoa, that kind of stuff. You know, we don't know if a raccoon walked up that tree and took a leak right there inside that thing or drank out of it. We don't know if the tree itself has some bad mojo going on. So we're going to kill that stuff off by burning it with fire. Now you're not going to be able to see it. But I got the water bottle right there, and it's already boiling in there. Well, can't get you any light down in there, but it's boiling. Now you can see where the water level was. Everything down below that's got like sap and stuff burnt onto the bottle. The rest of it doesn't. I'm going to set that to the side. Okay, so we've got the water sanitized. We filtered it ahead of time. We're going to have to filter it again because of all the sticks that fell into it. You could drink that the way it is if you wanted to. It's not going to hurt you. But filtering it a second time, good idea. One reason you want to filter beforehand is get that material out of there, because any of that material that's in there while you're trying to heat that up is going to be absorbing that heat, and so it just take a little bit longer. If you get that out of there ahead of time, it'll go just a little bit quicker. Now, another thing to keep in mind, we can't pour this into here and drink out of it because this is still not sanitized. This is what we dip that water up out of that log with. If we want to, we can put that down in that fire. We're not bringing anything to a boil right there. We are just sanitizing that cup. So all we got to do is heat that cup up enough that it's going to sanitize the cup before we pour the water in there, because there's no sense going through all this work, filtering that water, sanitizing that water, and then putting it into an unsanitized cup that's got all the bacteria, everything that water had in it originally. So you got to keep that stuff in mind. Any utensils you're going to be using, make sure they're sanitized. Okay, I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to bring you back in a second. Okay, I've been rotating that around for a little bit. I know it's good and sanitized. We'll get that out of there. Now we're going to go ahead and filter this out. She's still a little warm. You're going to see this is going to come out brown looking. It's just going to be brown. There's nothing we can do about that. It's still sanitized. It's still filtered. And there's some chunks coming out from the fire. But that is sanitized water. healthy to drink, and filtered. We filtered out all this stuff from what burnt in the fire there. Okay, it's cooled off pretty good. Let's see how it tastes. Honestly, it doesn't taste bad. I would drink that all day long. That's actually not bad. It almost has a smoky woods flavor. It doesn't taste brackish, it doesn't taste bitter. Boy, I could put a little bit of sugar in that and call it whatever, campfire tea. So to recap, you know, get your water from wherever you can. Preferably running water is the best, but if you have standing water like that, use it. If it's in a dire emergency situation. Filter the water like we showed you. Sanitize it so it kills off any germs and bacteria. Make sure the drinking cup is sanitized after the fact, and stay alive. So I hope you appreciate that. Like, subscribe, you know, share it up with your friends. I appreciate all you guys can do for me. And remember to get outside with Odell. See ya.